In the golden era of American performance, muscle cars ruled the streets. Their engines roared like thunder, their paint jobs turned heads, and their attitude was unmatched. But not every legend got its time in the spotlight. Some were ahead of their time, others were simply forgotten. Today, we're bringing them back. 7 forgotten muscle cars that deserve a comeback, not just in our memories, but on the streets once more. AMC Rebel Machine. It looked like something straight out of a protest poster. Red, white, and blue, with its name stamped on the hood like a war declaration. The AMC Rebel Machine was loud in every sense. A 390 cubic inch V8 under the hood, pumping out 340 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque. It wasn't just a show car, it was a sleeper assassin capable of sub-6 second 0 to 60 runs. But AMC never had the budget to compete with the big three, and with only about 2,300 units sold, the machine was shelved after just one model year. Today, it's a rare gem with a cult following. Bring it back with modern tech and retro styling. It'd be a knockout in today's throwback-hungry market. Buick GSX. The Buick GSX was built for those who wanted brutal performance, in a tailored suit, with a massive 455 cubic inch V8 and a stage 1 option producing up to 510 pound-feet of torque. This thing could outrun a Chevelle SS and look classy doing it. It was Buick's way of saying, we can play hard too. While Chevy and Pontiac stole the headlines, the GSX quietly shattered expectations, and that's exactly why it deserves a comeback. Picture it now, an EV or hybrid GSX with sport luxury DNA, blending heritage styling with brutal torque. It's a sleeper comeback no one would see coming until it's too late. Ford Torino GT. Overshadowed by the Mustang's popularity, the Ford Torino GT lived in the shadows. But make no mistake, this was a full-blown muscle car, especially in its Cobra Jet form. Packing a 428 V8 with Ram air induction and up to 390 horsepower, it was longer, heavier, and more refined than the Mustang. A grand tourer with grit, the Torino GT was built to eat up highways and dominate stoplights. But with changing emissions laws and shifting market tastes, Ford moved away from big coupes. Today, with Ford leaning into EVs and SUVs, the time is right to reintroduce the Torino, maybe even as a modern electric muscle car built for long-distance cruising and quick launches. Oldsmobile 442 W30. The Oldsmobile 442, especially in W30 trim, was a muscle car that knew how to move. With factory Ram air, a special cam, aluminum intake, and a 455 V8, the W30 could lay down rubber and vanish in a cloud of torque. But it wasn't just raw speed, it was also sophistication. Oldsmobile meant prestige, and the 442 delivered muscle in a well-tailored package. As Oldsmobile faded away, so too did the 442. But if GM wanted to honor its heritage, bringing the 442 back, either as a premium EV muscle coupe or a hybrid beast, could revive one of its most respected badges. Plymouth GTX. Often dubbed the gentleman's muscle car, the Plymouth GTX was meant to offer class and power in equal measure. With Hemi options and 440s under the hood, it was every bit as mean as its Roadrunner cousin, but more refined. While the Roadrunner was bare bones, the GTX added style. Bucket seats, chrome accents, and an upscale ride. But after 1971, the GTX was absorbed into the Roadrunner line and lost its identity. In today's market, where retro muscle meets tech luxury, a revived GTX could sit between a Challenger and a Charger, a grown-up's muscle car with a refined roar. Pontiac Can-Am. Born from the bones of a Lehman's and infused with Firebird DNA, the Pontiac Can-Am was designed to be a legend. With a 6.6-liter V8 and a distinctive shaker hood, it was equal parts muscle and mystery. Pontiac planned to build thousands, but then disaster struck. A mold for the rear spoiler broke, and Pontiac pulled the plug early. Only 1,377 ever hit the streets. But the Can-Am wasn't just fast. It was beautiful. It had curves, color schemes, and bold graphics that turned heads even in the 1970s. Imagine a modern Can-Am today, track-ready, wide-bodied, and built with Pontiac's outlaw spirit. It could be the muscle car that reignites the brand. Dodge Demon 340. Before Dodge dropped the modern Demon on the world, there was the 1971 original, the Demon 340. Lightweight, affordable, and equipped with a small block V8 pushing 275 horses, it was built for blue-collar fun. The power-to-weight ratio was brilliant, the styling bold, and the performance shocked bigger rivals. But the name Demon didn't sit well with religious groups, and Dodge bowed to pressure, renaming the car a year later. Today, it's a forgotten rebel, one that deserves resurrection. In a world full of tech-heavy muscle cars, a stripped-down, track-focused retro Demon 340 would be pure adrenaline. Muscle cars are more than machines. They're memories on wheels, and some memories are just too powerful to stay buried. These forgotten icons still have a story to tell, if we're bold enough to bring them back. Which one deserves the comeback most? Let us know in the comments, and hit that subscribe button for more forgotten legends of the road.